All right,
Yes,
guys.
wait, let
Welcome
me.
to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Footies podcast. What a weekend of football drama everywhere, from Manchester to Madrid, where it all happened today. The main
If
focus of our conversation runs through Manchester City, Chelsea dropping points. Yeah, Manchester City dropping points, Chelsea dropping points. United's resurgence as we gather steam to push for Europe. Arsenal tightens their grip on that top spot. Refuse to drop points, refuse to let any goals come in. And El Clasico, the very first El Clasico this season, delivers drama, pure drama. For some, they said it was a boring game. And Liverpool, yet same old story. Are we seeing a real shift in power this season? At least for once, Barcelona does not have any hold on Real Madrid this season, or it's just a smoke that's gonna clear in no time, and Barca retains their title. So the floor is all yours, guys. We have Mr. T live with us, and we have Mr. I as well. Of course, Barcelona and Arsenal fan.
Hmm.
We can begin the drama.
Okay. Yeah, so are we starting with Manchester United? In my view, I feel Manchester United played a good one. Um, I've always believed in that team, and I'm sure even when you lost hope in your coach, I kept on reiterating that what I see in this team is a team that if they play to their potential, they are going to be a, a valuable threat in the league. And we can see from the performance of Kunha and Umbomo. Umbomo, my favorite player of the team, easily. Then, yeah, I still see it from the angle where, like what we said on the last episode, that if you keep getting away with these easy wins, is it sustainable? Because we saw Brighton was about coming back at a point, but then Ubomo to the rescue. So yeah, it's the 3 points. Like my favorite Arsenal fan will say, the 3 points no matter, right? So yeah,
The point that
that's a
matters.
that's a big win for Manchester United. Also, Arsenal, same thing, same story. 3 points, they got that, and they struggled to get the 3 points. We saw after the Eze clinical finish, and Eze also is easily my favorite guy in the Arsenal team. As you know, in Bomo, I have him on my FPL.
Is
Eze
there as
too.
well.
Eze is my only Arsenal. Okay, my only Arsenal midfielder because I have Jet Timber. So yeah, um, after that goal, I think everywhere closed literally. We know Crystal Palace is a defensively tactical team. So yeah, for them to break past that Crystal Palace defense, I think it was a very hard nut to crack. Then when we go on to the Manchester City, I was disappointed in that match. I expected a Manchester City win. I didn't expect them to drop points. Pep Guardiola is my favorite coach. Obviously, I'm a Barcelona fan, so you should expect that. Then on to the infamous El Clasico. Yes, we lost. Yes, we lost, and I'm not one to give excuses after a bad result. They won, and they rightfully did so. But if I'm to make a plain argument, I would say my key players were not on pitch. When I say my key players, I'm talking of Rafinha. I'm talking of even a nearly fit Lewandowski would do better. But emphasis on Rafinha. Rashford, no disrespect to him, he's a Man U player, and he has what is going on for him. He puts in that assist once in a while. He puts in the goal once in a while. But that is not what Barcelona is known for. That particular wing he plays is our major cash cow of goals. That's where most of our goals coming from. You could see Rafinha stats from last season. So if you see Rashford that was not scoring anything or up to nothing in Manchester United. If you see him now scoring goals in Barcelona, it's not like he got better overnight. He's actually in a place that's supposed to give him like 10 goals and he's just scoring one or two. So in my own opinion, I still feel it's a poor performance from him. He's not brilliant enough to run through the back of those defenders, open up just the way Rafinha would do, dismantle that part of that defense, so they will not have enough less busy players to move over to Yamal. But because they knew he didn't pose any major threat, that is why Yamal had more than enough defenders on his hand. I will stop there and just know what you guys think about this.
If you know your team won today, raise up your hands. If you know your team won this week, raise up.
Nice.
So I understand that you need to give a heartfelt rant on why the excuses or why Barcelona did not perform well today. But I don't know whether Lamine Yamal got the memo when he was making mouths and expecting to score 4 goals. If the player on the pitch is not complaining that they're lacking players, I don't see why fans should be complaining that they're lacking players. Everybody faces the same problem every season. But we'll put that one at the side. To talk about Arsenal, this was it was an expected result, but I have to say Crystal Palace put up a very good fight. Last season, I do not see us winning this game. Last season would have ended up drawing this game, but because we have forward-thinking players, we have attacking players, we're able to come out with a result. 1-0 to the Arsenal is our way. We're now to win games by scoring 1 goal. But overall, it was a decent performance. The only issue that I had is towards the end of the game, I don't like how Gyökeres was strolling in the pitch. I expected him to make a bit more runs. I understand that he could have been tired, but I do expect a bit more from him, majorly because he has not been able to produce goals in the Premier League. And I don't want it to affect him to get his head down. I'm seeing him losing confidence. He's not taking some kind of shots that I expect him to take. I hope it doesn't get to him because we need him to be firing. All our players need to be locked in from the beginning to the end of this season. I don't like what I saw from him towards the end of the match, but I hope it's a one-off thing and by next game he'll be back in confidence. We won the game, so I expect the results to matter to the players. Now, in terms of Manu, I cannot deny it. I was one of the people that were making fun of Kuna when they signed Kuna. But the performance that he dropped in the last game, I was very, very impressed. He was on the right, he was on the left, he was on the center, he was attacking forward, he was throwing crosses. He was easily the best player on the pitch. He put in a lot of work in that game. And I can see glimpses of Man U becoming a better team, which I'm sure came out as a result of the confidence they must have gotten beating Liverpool in the game before. So I like what I'm seeing from Man U. I'm not sure that they're there yet, to be honest. I feel like they're on momentum and they hit a bit of form because of the confidence that they've gotten. I expect them to understand that they cannot tie their performance based on one good result. They have to dig deep and try and do this week in, week out. I expect the season to get tougher for everybody. I expect them to face a lot of challenges, and I don't want to see people complaining, moving left and right. I expect to see the performance that they did in their last game. Put your head down and look for the goals. Look for any opportunity that you see. Try to convert any chances that you see. Keep making those runs, even though the ball are not being supplied. Try to break down defense. It was a very impressive performance by Mania, I have to say. This week, though, that was the standout team that I really paid attention to. Next up, Man City. I expected them to lose. I always expect Man City to lose. Honestly, I do not expect anything meaningful from them this season. I'll not lie. I didn't watch their game, unfortunately, but I had I believed that they were going to lose the game. And when I saw that they were down 1-0, I was like, these people, they're not recovering. I don't know. Those players, they're giving me the vibe of young players that have not gotten chemistry and they don't really have a clear leader in that team. The people that should lead the team or have been leading the team, they are not there. I can pretty much imagine what went on in that pitch, even though I didn't end up seeing the game. I saw a bit of highlights here and there, but it's same old Man City. Today they do well, tomorrow they drop form. You can't really say what the problem is. They're just all over the place. But overall, it was a fantastic week. And the reason why it was very fantastic was that we all know
Drop it.
Nice, nice,
If
nice.
if 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 you know that you're going to be making mouth, you should be able to produce results. You were there making noise and saying that you are going to beat Madrid 4-0. You were there saying, expecting, I expect that with all that mouth, you'll be able to put a performance on the pitch. The guy did not create a chance. He didn't get a goal. No, I did not see. Lemire was marked out of the game, which I expected Madrid to do. You know, in a situation like this, I expect that before you say things like that publicly, you should be sure that everybody is on the same page. Everybody is ready to put 100% on that pitch. Everybody did not put 100% in Barcelona's game. The Rashford that you're singling out, I don't really think that there was anything that he could do in that game. The game was against him. Everybody was struggling. There wasn't that much coordination. I was seeing people trying without a plan. So Madrid was trying, I'm sorry, Barcelona was trying, but they didn't really, I don't see them play their game. I didn't see them excel in where they usually thrive. I see them make unnecessary mistakes. God saved them that Mbappe did not score that penalty. The result would have been quite embarrassing because they had a few chances. They could have easily given you guys that 4 goals that like Lamine was saying that they were going to score Madrid. So overall, I enjoy the fact that karma caught up to him. But I understand that that's his style of play. That's what he does. And I like it when players come out and are proud enough and are confident enough to say that they're going to bring out the results. And I'm also happy of the fact that he got a little bit of humble pie.
Fair.
So fair enough. It was a very good weekend.
Yeah, fair, fair. Just I will agree with you on the Manchester United point. I think that was easily to me the best match of the weekend. Seeing they were just coming from winning Liverpool in a tough where they have not won in years, and also winning Brighton also in that place where they have not also won. So this is like a boost first to Amorim. This is a boost to the team. This is a boost to the confidence of the players. You could see Bruno everywhere. You could see Umbomo everywhere. You could see Ahmad. Everyone giving it their best. So yeah, I think easily that was the best match of the weekend for me. And if we are going to reiterate about the Arsenal match, I will still maintain my earlier stand on Arsenal. You can keep getting the 3 points with one goal and easy and maybe some near miss of a loss or a draw, but this is not sustainable. I'm saying this from the view of a defending champion of a league, of a champion of a team that has won trophies, not just locally but in Europe and internationally. When I say internationally, I mean the Club World Cup. Do you understand? So if I'm telling you this as a Barcelona fan, take it as the gospel truth. You can't win trophies if you're going to get wins in that way. But then I'm going to sound like a hater. Why? Because Barcelona lost. So yeah, it's fair to see me as a hater. I'm a proud hater of Arsenal, unapologetic. But then I still think Arsenal is the team to beat. To be fair to them, they have a good team. They didn't just maybe come out with their A game the way they do. Maybe like if Arsenal played the way they played against City, or the way they play against Liverpool, or the way they play against the top teams, if they played that same way against Crystal Palace, maybe the goals would have been more. But for some reason, they were not able to break more goals to bring in more goals. Then back to the Barcelona bands. I take everything humbling. We've lost, and it's a bitter pill to swallow. I was here the last time, and I said I was sure we are going to win, and 90 minutes is over, and we lost. So yeah, it's still a bitter pill to swallow, but it doesn't take out anything from the Barcelona team. I still think we are formidable. The point I was trying to make about Rashford was, if you watch Barcelona's game, most of our goals come from that Rafinha's wing, and it doesn't come from Rafinha sitting back. In most cases, he does those runs. When he runs in from the back of the defense, then Pedri, Gavi, Olmo, any other person knows that he's going to make those runs, and then they will give him that ball. Rashford spends half of the time sitting back, waiting for the ball, and when he gets the ball, He's supposed to try to walk it through, not run. That is a Manchester United style. Take the ball and try to run through defenders. We don't do that in Barcelona. In Barcelona, we pass to each other. We make sure we make it simpler, like a simpler way to deliver, not running through and hoping that they don't either foul you. You're playing for Barcelona. Everybody's going to be on you. Nobody's going to allow you to pass through easily like that. Then talking about Yamal, if you're going to be honest, Yamal got little to no ball in this match, and the few times he had the ball, he tried to do what he knows how to do best. You saw the assist or almost assist, because that didn't turn to a goal, that he gave to Koundé when he swapped role to start playing from the center. He didn't to my own knowledge, or in my own opinion, he didn't perform so badly. He was not just given the ball. There were times in that box where I think Fermin was stingy. There was time in that box where Ferran was stingy. When I say stingy, Lamine Yamal is actually free. Give him the ball. We know when Lamine Yamal is with the ball, he's a threat. Even if he doesn't score, it ruffles their feathers. But Rashford wasn't doing that on the other end. So that was why they had the time to send the less busy ones that are supposed to be on Rashford's wing over to Yamal. So we see 3-4 people manhandling my little boy. It's so unfair.
Our boy was properly manhandled in this game. I'm not going to lie.
I know your boy is 18 now, so he can
He's a
get all
man,
the
man.
flesh in the game. Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Some days you win some days you lose some. I love the I might just come off as a very violent person, but I love that aggression at the end of the El Clasico. It's brought back the old days. It's reminded me of the days of Mourinho when we beat them 5-1 and everywhere turned into pure chaos.
Yes.
And then this also makes everyone look forward to the next El
El
Clasico.
Clasico.
Yeah, it makes the banter healthy. It makes it worth watching. Because for a second, imagine if we won this El Clasico again, it's going to be losing the sauce. Because do you know this is the first time Mbappe is winning Barcelona in an El Clasico since he joined Madrid? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, it's been long coming. We're beating them back to back to back, and then this is just 2-1. We're not going to talk about the past record. Just last season alone, they got close to 17 goals from us. So if they win 2-1, I think it's fair to allow them win, and I still think it's fair to punch some people that might want to disrespect the second best world player in the world assertively. If you're easy, you run him.
May they run up.
I thought your best players were injured.
No. When I said no. I said the second best player in the world. The second best player in the world is Lamine Yamal. We all know that. But when
and he was marked to oblivion in this game.
So,
he was sent to limbo in this game.
I understand. But when I said major players were not on, I was talking about Rafinha. We saw Rafinha is at least in the top 5 best players in the world. He was missing. Rashford is not even in the top 50. So imagine exchanging diamond for not even bronze. You're exchanging diamond for normal wood like Paco.
But you went to the market to collect this Paco.
Yeah, you know, a wise man once said, when the desired is not available, the available becomes the desired.
Then you shouldn't be complaining about the available. At least he made himself available. I'll be fair. I'll talk about the Barcelona-Madrid game first. I think times without number, when you have a young team, when the going gets tough and you need a leader, and that is not available, you sort of miss that. That's the problem today with Barcelona. It shows. If Lewandowski is on the pitch, it would have been a different result entirely. If Rafinha was on the pitch, it would have been a different result entirely. But credit to the guys that played the game as well. Madrid was formidable. This is a different Madrid entirely from what you faced last season. everyone was committed to the game. Everyone knows what they need to do, and they got the much needed result from today's game. So that is absolutely fine. Talk about Rashford. Rashford is not a bad player, and the game we play in Premier League is completely different from what you guys play there in La Liga. And Rafinha did not just become the best player for you guys overnight. He spent his time in Premier League as well. It took him some time to like adapt to the game in La Liga and how you guys play. This is Rashford's first season, and he's already banging goals, getting the assist as well, while Rafinha is not available. So now imagine Rashford spending second year with you guys, what he could do. So he's not a bad player. He's gonna learn. It will just make him happy. Pay me my money, and you can have him. So Chelsea game. Chelsea, same thing goes for Chelsea. They lack the leaders
I forgot about
behind.
Chelsea.
Goodness, I can't find them anywhere near the top five. I don't know where are they? I mean, I'm saying Sunderland. I'm saying
Bournemouth.
which are Bournemouth and the
Chelsea is
top
currently
five.
ninth place.
Wow.
3
Liverpool, where are
losses
they?
in their last 5 games.
Bro.
Liverpool are 7th place, 4 losses in their last 5 games. Wow. Wow, these are records.
That is a defending champion.
Yes.
We were hoping Arsenal will toggle it out with, but same Arsenal has left everybody behind and continue to go. A good game today, but like Mr. T rightfully said, I don't see it winning you title. You rely, I mean, fair game, turn out the result. That's what it matters. That is exactly what matters. It doesn't matter how, just get your 3 points. But today, you could have easily lost the game or draw. Unfortunately for you guys, you have the best defense in the league, and Mateta couldn't make that happen. They tried to drum Gabriel and Saliba out in the open where they are less comfortable, so they could run in behind, and everyone follow Mateta. But unfortunately, you guys were formidable at the back. Centrally, you guys were good, and your attacking side is still lacking that bite, because times without number, you have situation where it's your defender that's rescuing the points for you. You have your midfielder that's doing the points for you, but your attacking is not getting the goals that is needed for we to see that, okay, this is a title winning team. As far as I'm concerned, you have a 70% chance as a team that would win, that would deliver the title. It's still like a 70%. The 30% is still lacking due to your strikers not getting the goals. Liverpool, having spent that enough money, they just keep going down. It's a thing that you can spray the money, you can spend the money in the market, but it's another thing to get the chemistry out of your players. The moment you get Isak in that team, the team sort of lost their balance. You don't know where you want to put a Kitike or you want to play Isak. You have Saboslai playing from fullback. It's just chaos everywhere. And unfortunately for them, their saving grace every single year is not delivering this time around. That is Salah. I'm not sure if he's getting old or he's just lost interest or what's going on with him. But the entire Liverpool team is lacking that balance. You oftentimes you see them not wanting to play from Salah wing while playing from the guys that are active. So when they lose the ball, they can run back. Salah is not going to do that for you. You just want to go front and stay there and become a threat. So, I mean, Slot would have to find a way around it. Fair game to us. Like I said, Amorim is not a bad coach. You could be stubborn, but you have to adapt. You have to adapt. When you have a set of players that cannot do what you want them to do, you have to find your way around it, and that is what he has done. We want to play from the back. He loves to play from the back. It's just those pieces of pass and get to the goal. That is hammering kind of football. But eventually, lately, he has changed. He seemed to like evade that first phase of play and goes to the second phase of play. That's why we see you see us playing more long balls. So we start our defending, pressing, or whatever it is up front. So should they lose the ball to us, that becomes a chance for us to get our goal. So that way our attacking side is more involved. We don't have to rely on Bruno taking the ball from the back, then playing from there, deciding the game, tone of game. So that is on Amorim's side. He has managed to find a way to adapt his team to the Premier League, and fair to him. I also want to give kudos to Saint Lamens. That's our goalkeeper. Ever since he started playing, he has brought that confidence, that boost, that energy, that calmness that the defenders need not to worry. You just do your job, I'll do my job. So it sort of helped them at that back for them to do their main job. It's a good weekend overall. I'm more than happy that I got the third win in a row. Hopefully, the next game we get it done, and the fifth one, and our guy can finally cut his.
It just takes one game for that guy to go back to beginning again. But wait,
Nothing.
I need to point out something about why how everybody is hating on set piece, and I have to say, you guys better go and learn how to score set pieces. Last season, Arsenal would have probably drawn this game. But how did the goal come? Set piece.
Set piece.
Declan Ryan launched the ball into the box. We headed it back, and Eze got the second ball, and he converted it into a goal. Our game against Atletico Madrid, it was a set piece that opened the scoreline. And I've noticed this thing. Teams are very, very good this season. Every team is really balanced in the Premier League. I'll come back and my point, I'll further solidify it with the Chelsea game. But everybody's performance are really good that you need that defining factor. You need something out of the ordinary to bring out a result. Arsenal has found a way to convert set pieces regularly. And I think that might be deciding factors because if we did not have that, there would be a lot of goals on the table that would be converting. But we're getting there because of those set pieces. And those set pieces are directly contributing to those 3 points. So I feel like there's going to be a time in this season that set piece might come in even more handy than you people think because of how good other teams have become attackingly and defensively. Let's talk about the Chelsea game against Sunderland. You know what? I was so happy with the results. I'm not even going to lie because I expected it in a way. I said Chelsea needs to work on their defense. They have a defensive issue, and it just takes one player with experience to throw them into disorder. And that was what Xhaka did in that game. Like I've always said that if Xhaka had spent one more season in Arsenal, we would have carried the league. Because I just realized that we missed that calmness, that experience, that hold ball long enough for your people to push forward, that draw press in order to create spaces for other players, that clinical passing where your ball hits the right position at the right time. He did that multiple times in that game, and his teammates responded. I was seeing enough forward and overlapping run behind those Chelsea defenders that are all thinking about just running forward. I did not understand what their defensive shape was in that Chelsea game. And it was pretty funny. Garnacho got the first goal, and they were like, oh, they're going to build on to this and score more goals. He had an opportunity, he did not convert. Me as an Arsenal fan, I'm used to seeing me not converting chances and that coming to bite us later on. And I was seeing it in Chelsea. They kept getting balls and they're not converting it. They kept getting balls, they're not converting it. Sunderland converted one goal. They became more confident. They scored the second goal. They became even more confident. And as time goes on, they became calmer while Chelsea reacted. I'm sure this comes to the maturity of the players. But they were now all over the place. They were now hungry to go and get that win, go and get that win, go and get that win. I feel like they didn't give Sunderland enough respect to say, okay, do you know what? These guys are tearing us apart. They're getting too many opportunities to convert goal. Had it been Thiago was clinical, he would have scored a hat trick in that game. But what ended up happening was they were okay. This is what we know how to do. We know how to attack. We're going to keep on attacking. I could see the whole thing play out. I was seeing it. I was like, this Chelsea, you're going to lose this game. You're going to lose this game. They did not manage it properly, and they ended up losing. So with all that happening, I was like, this season, you can't write anybody off. Look at the Premier League table. You can see who are in the top four now. You have Sunderland in the top four. You have Bournemouth in the top four. You have Aston Villa slowly creeping up. And then you have Tottenham that managed to unfortunately win their game today. They're in third place. The teams you're seeing in top four currently, 9 games in, are not the usual teams you see 9 games in. That's showing you that the Premier League is pretty balanced. You're going to need something out of the ordinary to pull out results, because the more the season goes on, the more the teams are going to get better together, the more the season is going to get harder. For example, um, towards the beginning of this season, they were saying Liverpool are guaranteed to win the league. Liverpool are seventh place. Mind you, that they've been making fun on throughout this season. Look at them; they started to pick up form. We don't know which other teams are going to pick up form. My prayer is that Man City, they do what they know how to. Oh, sorry, they don't do what they know how to do best, which is pick
Come from
form.
the behind.
I saw it towards the end of the season. So you cannot write anybody off still. So me as an Arsenal fan, I'm very happy with my performance. I see it. I know where we're having issues, and I've become a little bit. I've developed more trust in Arteta, and I'm starting to understand what he's trying to do. In every problem that we have, I see him trying to think of a solution that is out of the box. Again, with the set pieces, that is something you did not expect that is going to be this effective. But everybody are now waiting for it just because of how effective it is. I get that. I see what he's trying to do. I feel every other team will need to do that. You need to bring out something out of the ordinary to come out on top this season in the Premier League. It's going to be a very long season.
Yeah, I see the angle you're coming from. If we're going to be honest, Arsenal is not just good in set pieces this season. They've been formidable with set pieces from last season. In fact, last season it was even termed dark football to an extent. Like people spoke
Stoke City
about it.
ball.
Yeah, do you
Haram ball.
understand? Do you understand? But then, from last season, I always said it. It is not sustainable. You can't win leagues. You can't win trophies. You can't win major. Maybe you might win FA Cup. Maybe you might win Community Shield with that kind of football. You can't win the Champions League with set pieces. So when you see,
The only reason why you're saying that is because Arsenal have not won the league. Because Arsenal is the only one that have this in their Arsenal currently. You've not seen it this effective anywhere before. So I feel that statistics is a bit misguided. But I hope Arsenal proves you wrong this season.
yeah. So if you see what happened in the final stages of the Champions League last season, you played well. Your team was now out of shape. Your team still delivered set pieces. In fact, one of the finals, Declan Rice scored 2 free kicks, right? But when push comes to shove, set pieces won't save you. You need your strikers to score, like um, Shanghai rightly said. You need your strikers to score. If your defenders keep coming to save the day, coming to secure 1 3 points at the end of the match, yes, it's just going to take you for as long as it can. If you've studied the normal pattern in the Premier League, it's not surprising to see little teams up there at this time of the season. Then from December it starts to shaking up, and then the real people come up. So when you see Bournemouth there, when you see Sunderland up there, you should know Arsenal is just the usual elephant in the room, sitting at the top. And with whether you like it or not, when we'll have to start having the real conversation about Arsenal winning the league, might actually even be from the end of next month. I wanted to say from January, but to be realistic, if Arsenal can scale through the Chelsea match, if Arsenal can scale through the Tottenham match and they don't get ruffled, then maybe that conversation might be true. But for now, I will just take it as just one of those little teams that try to push up in the league at the beginning of the season, and then towards the end, the real people that have strikers that score for them would come win the league. There has never been a time where someone won the league with defenders saving the day for them. Never.
Are you
Never.
sure? Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Mention.
Do you remember our invincible seasons?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Was it your defenders that were scoring? No.
No, but our defenders won us those games. Do you know the amount of 1-0 we had throughout the course of that season? So
Yeah.
everybody have to contribute. I understand that. Our strikers need to score, our defenders need to defend. But football is what it is right now, and is in a situation whereby anybody that can score should score. So I don't mind the goal coming from anywhere. Yes, I accept our strikers need to score. Yes, I understand that Gyökeres needs to put in those goals, even though he scored 2 goals in the Champions League. But yeah, in the Premier League, he needs to produce those goals. But notwithstanding, if those set pieces are going to take us over the line, I don't mind us using it every single game, every single opportunity that we get. If we have the opportunity to get a penalty or a corner, let's go for that corner because we're converting it. I don't mind us using every opportunity that we have because I feel like that's the only way that we end up winning the league this season. Any way
Okay.
we can score goal, we score goal that way, irrespective of who takes the goal.
So further reiterate what Mr. T said. Arsenal's set pieces did not start this year. It started last season. At some point, everybody adapted to how you play your game, how you play your set
What
pieces.
happened
And
last
they
season?
stopped you from doing it. So now
Yeah.
this season, everyone is going to adapt. And two, everyone has started their arm football as well. So it's not going to be you that plays dirty. United now do long
Load
throw.
blocks.
We do long throw from as soon as I have a throw in from opposition's side, box 18 side, I do throw in as if it's a corner kick. If I'm playing corner kick, I'm doing it as if it's around football. So everyone can get dirty, it's not just you. So that's why I continue to say your striker needs to deliver. Arsenal is very good. Arsenal play wonderful football. Ateta overthink once in a while, does his thing where he tweaks how he plays every single time. I give him all the credit, but your striker needs to deliver.
If you
Last
also you can go on.
No, okay. Last season, what happened when our set piece performance dropped was when Gabriel got injured, and I feel like if he was fit, would have converted more goals and won more games. But there's one thing that was going on last season was that whenever teams play that low block, we don't have an answer for it. Last season, we suffered that a lot. The people were not converting goals. But what I noticed, the difference between last season and this season is that as much as Gyökeres is not converting those goals, he is drawing out defenders. You understand? So that's creating spaces and giving us chance to score more goals in the normal run of play. But in terms of those set pieces again, last season we were converting more of corners. Now it's pretty much any set piece. Corners, free kicks, they usually result into a goal one way or the other. And it's because of the kind of players that Arteta signed. He signed very big, strong people that are going to choke that box and are going to create those chances. If you notice, a lot of goals also come from the second ball. Not only us directly converting those balls into goals, but either hitting it to somebody that scores or getting those second balls. Arsenal did not used to get a lot of those second balls last season. We would miss a chance, they'll counter us, and it will result into them scoring us. But now I'm seeing us getting those second balls and converting that into goals. And again, yes, I understand. I accept. Our strikers need to score. I feel our strikers are going to score. Havertz have been injured. Before he got injured this season, he was scoring. And Gyökeres is still getting his feet. And I feel like even in the Premier League, if he doesn't convert that much this season, he will convert it in the Champions League. He's still scoring goals in the Champions League. So our strikers are scoring, if you look at it in that sense. Yes, majority of our chances are coming from set pieces. And I want you guys to understand that that is because of how difficult the league has become this season. You have to take your chances any way you see it. And we've had success with corner kicks, free kicks, basically set piece FC. And yes, I accept our strikers need to score, but the way we're converting it right now is what other teams need to learn from and try and replicate. I've seen a lot of ways that teams have tried to defend against us, but it has not been working. I don't know how long it will take them, for them to figure it out. But if we're able to use set piece and give us a 15 points gap, it might just be enough for us to get over the line. So let's just try and keep winning games, basically,
Yeah,
irrespective of how the goals come.
this time last season, it was not any different for us now. This time last season, you were winning games. You won Manchester City. You were the set piece champions. But if you realize that from the second half of the season, humans easily adapt, like Shanghai rightly said. When people adapted, if you go check the stats from the first half of the season, how many corner kicks you were conceding, and see how the tactics against Arsenal literally changed. People were not playing you to score, they were playing you to reduce the set piece because they know no set piece, no goal. And that played out well. After PSG saw what you did to Real Madrid, kicking them out of the Champions League with 2 free kicks, they were more careful. And that was why when they scored 1 goal, they made sure you don't have no set piece. They made sure you don't have anyone that is any set piece that even manages to enter. They are going fire for fire with you. Now they were successful enough to block you out from your set piece. What next? You couldn't score no goal because that was the only trick up your sleeves. But let's say we have Eze, Saka, Trossard, all firing at all cylinders, Gyökeres feeding well in front there, and then people go on to go block what we know is gold to you right now, your set pieces. We would know that there will still be other things to do. But when you just rely on your set piece, your whole team is built on it. Against the Atletico Madrid match, you're saying your striker scored. Your striker only started scoring after set piece entered. If set piece didn't open up that game would have probably ended 0-0.
You even see that kind go. How about they use blockers score?
So my striker had 0 shots on target, but ended up scoring 2 goals. So that is an
It
achievement.
look like martial arts go.
Exactly.
So do you know my takeaway from that match? My striker can score anywhere, anyhow. From first leg, second leg, third leg.
Fair.
All legs.
Anyhow, a goal
So-
can come up.
Fair.
What's
Fair.
up, Barcelona? What's the way forward?
So I think for Barcelona,
They need to get their ego in check. Number one. Go on, Mr. T.
So for Barcelona, I believe it's actually tough times for us right now. When I say it's tough time for us, our team needs to have that shape. You say there's this 19-year-old Chinese guy that comes in also to play. This new crop of players have not adapted to the normal Barcelona style of football, and also as you can see this season, countless times our highline have been broken because we miss the Inigo piece that completed that back line. So most times you see there's no cohesion, there's no chemistry, there's a bit of lack of understanding. And then I don't know, for some reason I feel the players are so much pitiful to the Yamal, so they don't try to put him in situations for him to test his strength. When they see 1, 2, 3 players around him, they just look for the easy way out, not knowing the other person at the other side. Rashford, he's not bad. He's not bad in any way, but he doesn't play to the Bible of Barcelona. As a Barcelona fan, we have a Bible where all our players they have been brought up with. They understand the basics. They know what to do at all times. They know how to make these runs. And to be fair, this is his first season, so we don't expect much from him. But Barcelona is a team that we don't settle for mediocrity. We are Barcelona. We are not any smaller team. We're not a team that hasn't won a major trophy in 20 years. So we don't have that patience. You are either firing at all cylinders, or you stay on the bench for others to fire at all cylinders. There is no space for give him a chance. If you want to have a chance, maybe you have a chance with Barcelona Team B. That's my take on Barcelona.
How are you this proud after just getting slapped off by Real Madrid? I don't understand.
Trophies,
My
trophies.
trophy,
Maybe you with some.
my trophies speak for me, bro. My trophies speak for me. If you don't want me to speak, then maybe you go ahead and win 5 Champions Leagues. If you
No
win five
problem.
champions, you see how cocky Real Madrid is, because they have over 10 Champions Leagues, so they're cocky.
15.
They're cocky in all rights. You know, the only part where you're supposed to make me understand is how Arsenal joins this conversation. Because every year, not just this year, not last year, not 5 years ago, every year from the last time we whooped you out of the Champions League final, you have always been cocky. No result, no trophy. So you are supposed to walk me through how are you this confident, even when you don't see trophies at the end of the day. Do you play bad? No. For years, you have always played good. There was a time you had Ozil in your team, you had Henry in your team, you had one of the best football even before Man City era, but nothing to show for it. So I don't know why suddenly you think this particular season will be different. You have always played good, but do you have the mentality to win trophies? No.
Don't worry. There's only one way we can prove you wrong, and it's by carrying the trophy. And if you're wondering why we were comfortable and were very confident, it's because we have done something that very few things have done. Unbeaten. Do you know the other team that swallow yam with water?
No, we're not interested to know the other team. That
All
knowledge.
right, you guys, final take, we shall call it a day.
Yeah. So my final take on this is, I'm still maintaining Manchester United were my team of the week. Arsenal, big ups to Arsenal. Barcelona, we win some, we lose some. Today was not business as usual. We're going to bounce back. Watch out for us against Chelsea. We're coming there to prove a point.
Oh boy.
Yes, and I feel like I can accept that. I can live with that. And thank you everyone for tuning in. We shall catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Until the
Cheers.
next one. Peace. Thanks. Cheers.